the penetration is less than 1%. It's actually whenever there's an initiative taken, and again, lack of awareness, we go back a little because of, sometimes political change, the regime change, regulatory change, or the mindset. So we do have below 18.7% below poverty line population. We have 73% of the health expenditure coming out of pocket expenditure. But we have a growing agro industry where central bank is financing every year. It's growing. And we have a demographic dividend. So these are actually, when we see the challenges, but we can transform into opportunities where inclusive insurance can take part. Next two slides are actually talking about the life and non-life insurance sector over last 20 years, the growth of the gross premium USD in 1.8 billion, and of course claim is also there. The claim payout ratio is there as well. The non-life, you can see the claim, the payout ratio is increasing from 2022 to 2023. So it's showing an increasing trend, which gives a more potential market for crop, agriculture, livestock, health, and other women insurance. So this is a slide that I'm seeing. The configuration we have with MRA, with idea in the insurance regulation that if all the microfinance companies work with the insurance companies, and there will be a lot of huge growth and penetration will increase. I've talked about it many times. These are the few products that have been developed during 2018 to from 2018 to 2016. So some of the insurance companies' products are there, whereas yield index, weather base, micro health, cattle, crop, women insurance. So looking at the journey, it's actually from in the early 70s to early 80s, there were only three initiatives taken by the government, where one, the inclusive health insurance, the Ti.khatri is actually running because it's a government, they're getting government funds. But Beema Corporation having a multi-peril crop insurance and livestock insurance without without embracing the technology or the data, it has failed, and that's why, because of the huge loss and because of the moral hazard, lack of technology integration, lack of poor underwriting results. From the 1988 to 1999, these are the during this time, some private life insurance company and NGOs have taken initiative, where we can see Beema by Delta Life, focused on giving the socio-economic protection for their marginal segment. And the livestock loan from Pushika and Grameen Bank, they have taken initiatives, and 2010, some other insurance companies have taken initiative. PKSF has had a partnership project which worked till 2014, but they particularly focused on women, their crop, health, and other areas. And Green Delta started their journey from 2010, and that's how the research started. First, we did the research. From 2012 and then 2014 onwards, you will see more embracing technological integration or technological adaptation by the private sectors, and also engaging with the development partners. That was really helpful. So we can see that there's a index-based crop insurance by Oxfam and other global partners, women insurance by Green Delta. The other side, there was a government initiative. The government allocated 400 million US for the climate change trust fund. But during the 15th Inclusive Insurance Conference, there was a discussion that the banks and financial institutions should, take 10% of the CSR budget and address it to the climate change fund. The weather-based index, really, these are the weather-based index crop insurance project started actually 2014, where you can see Southern Beema and Green Delta, whereas Southern Beema couldn't continue because of the fund ended, and Green Delta we have taken the technical support from IFC, and till now it's running. There's another big initiative by government, Health Ministry, Shastra Kormoshuchi, where it's a social protection health protection scheme for marginal segment, which started, it's the 4th phase now. Now they've stopped, and they've covered 750,000 family over 11 districts, and we were the scheme operator till the 4th phases. 1 or 2 insurance company came, but they couldn't stay because of the losses and the fund shortage. There are other climate insurance, credit shield insurance by BRAC and Guardian, agriculture. Oops, I can't go back. Oh, can I go back? Oh, shoot. Can I? I'm so sorry. There's no more. No. Yeah. So we can see over the years, because of the technology adaptation, partnerships, the journey really was and is going well, and it's a learning experience. The next slide. So you can see the Finance Ministry has taken up Haur insurance, flood insurance for Haur, which Southern Beema and Green Delta started, but we kept going, and we now from 774 farmers, we've reached to 31,000 customers. So if you look at the success factors, I would say first thing is the mindset, commitment, leadership. I think Lemmy also mentioned regarding the patience. It's a slow journey. You need to have patience. Trust me, if you are not, because I worked in microfinance, that's how, I had the mindset to bring in microinsurance in the insurance sector. But you need to have the mindset, the patience. Journey is slow. You need to have a sustainable strategy to keep going. So technology adaptation, women engagement, disruptive solutions are the key. These are the, it really helped, and product diversification, partnership, education and capacity building, not only for the farmers, the marginal segment, but also for us. Because in Bangladesh, we don't have actuaries. I write chartered insurer in my visiting card. So there will be one day, there will be, many hundreds of chartered insurers and actuaries in Bangladesh. Failures, yeah, the trust and confidence. No, the claim payout is the main. So till now we have paid up, overall the country, I think 72,000 USD, sorry, 1.2 million USD in the crop loss, 34,000 USD in the cattle, and then 12,000 in the health sector. So what worked well? It's ownership, mindset, continuous learning from the failures and its success, technological adaptations, which are very important, because satellite data and other, that helps replacing the traditional claim assessment. And during COVID time, that has actually really turned around the whole process and really made, forced Bangladesh to go into the micro-insurance, thinking about the marginal segment. Because now, the most profitable segment, if you think on the business side also, it's the last mile customer. They are the future. And way forward is, of course, walk the talk. You have to walk the talk. Some of the insurance companies get into this process just for the name and to be engaged in, but it doesn't really work if you don't have the mindset. Microfinance companies, they can sell insurance. They sell captive insurance, self-insurance. But in the IDRA, it says, you have to sell, get the insurance services through an insurance service provider. Because we do risk mitigation. It's a risk, microfinance and banks and other institutions should see insurance services as a risk mitigation tool. like banks for credit risk mitigation tools. So this is the awareness. Now all the banks are also coming up and partnering with life and non-life insurance companies. The moment technology integration and satellite data, having an insurance product through an app, mobile app, and mobile financial services, sending money through those. So these technologies actually is the key enabler for the future. Some work, some has some, I would not say failure, but you need to constantly do research and development. What I wanted to mention is, we don't have enough research, and whatever data that you have, you need to have proper research on and whatever the learnings that you are having. And then some of the data, like for instance, Modi's satellite data, they have more good historical data. But Centennial data, they have more, data which are quality, which has quality. So you can combine and have a fusion. The muzzle technology for cattle, then NFC enabled tag, collar tag. That is really, these actually kind of given us courage to go for bundling product with banks, and it's it's doing well. We have already went 3,000 cattle we have kind of insured, and this is so technology will be transparency and also helping bringing in governance, and help the ministries like the ICT ministry, health ministry, finance ministry. There has to be interministerial kind of I would say they have to work together and to understand. The one thing is, like, only embracing technology doesn't really do everything. You have to really undergo the journey, understanding. You have to have more technology investments in your company. So we have like people from more IT sector. So IT sector people working in the digital insurance segment, they will bring in all the technology, that how it works. There will be one area where constantly product diversification, product improvisation, this has to be done. So we say that technology leads to failure. I really am not a believer in that. I would say we need to have appropriate technology, and we have to take baby steps and take our learnings, and then keep going. So like bank assurance that is started in Bangladesh. Why it started? Because it's because of the technology that we are embracing, like banks and insurance. They're having a platform where it leads, one platform, so we can share our data. The data security is also important, and most important thing is claim payouts, visibility, and products should be simple, affordable, easily understandable, and easily they can reach out to you. So these are the things that the last mile customers want. So when you see, you believe. That's how it's working in Bangladesh, and insurers are being also recognized for that. That has been started.
We actually don't have microinsurance regulations in place. The reason was we developed them in 2012, but there was no mention of microinsurance in the Insurance Act. So we now had to engage the regulator to say, how can you start the process, parallel process, to update the Insurance Act? So the new Insurance Act was 2021, and it's the one that mentions microinsurance as a definition, and now we're looking at microinsurance regulation. However, we have repeatedly engaged the Ministry of Agriculture, primarily for agriculture, and also the Ministry of Finance when it comes to the regional conferences and international conferences, as well as capacity building initiatives. So we're still in dialogue with the government on various fronts. Right now, the government program for input support program will be transitioning into sustainable agriculture finance. And what we're trying to do is to have a position paper to the government that we need to still integrate insurance in that facility. I think for us it has been a lesson when it comes to how do you structure awareness. If awareness is structured by just telling people what insurance is. Believe you me, you achieve less. But if awareness is structured in demonstrating that actually people are benefiting from insurance, it will produce different results. And that's what we did in Zambia. I think most of our awareness campaigns now are about testimonies, really getting those testimonies, getting people to aware that actually it works. Otherwise, there is no linear relationship between awareness and uptake. But when you put in client value, then you build trust and awareness will produce results.
1 minute summary, looking back at the history of the inclusive insurance development in your countries, what would be recommendations you would give or learnings that you have that others should do or should not do?
I think for me, I think the underlining is that it always seems impossible until it is done. But also I think for Zambia, for us, the multi-stakeholder engagement, I think, is critical. When people are doing things in pockets, you want to move the markets, try to really collaborate and really joint efforts and look at the industry as a whole, holistically address the key barriers on the market side and also on the regulatory side.
We should have the commitment, leadership, patience, it's a slow journey, and also continuously learning from the failures and the successes, educating ourselves. And this platform, Inclusive Insurance Conference, and being a member of the Microinsurance Network, that has really helped us. And I think it's not only, some of the product features I have seen yesterday and other days, sessions that we also have, trauma and mental wellness is something that we need to also look into that. So we have those, we can have cross-border collaboration, we can share our success stories. There could be a platform where we can jointly do products, and countries can also collaborate and get the best practice out of it.
यस्तै बीमा बैंक र शेयर बजार सम्बन्धी सम्पूर्ण जानकारीका लागि बीमा पोस्टको युट्युब च्यानललाई लाइक, शेयर र सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नभुल्नुहोला। धन्यवाद।